Hello and welcome back to my channel where I unbox slash review slash whatever you want to call it. Basically I just open up toys and you guys watch. Today I have something I am, well, I'm always excited to open stuff on this channel, but today I have something I'm particularly excited to have, and I guess we'll just go ahead and get right on into it. I have the Waboom Marvel Legends Legacy Collection Black Panther. Now, I never got this figure when the movie first came out. Of course, I wasn't collecting figures at that time, but, I did get the Killmonger in the Black Panther suit, so I always wanted to get his, well, his other half, you know, the other side of that fight. And I could never find him. I could only find Killmonger, and then, of course, stores moved on. We got other toys. Until recently, where they released the Legacy series for all the old Black Panther figures, and this was one of them. I also want to get the, oh god, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. I also want to get the M'Baku, who I have seen at my Target for a little while now. They're just now starting to go on sale, so I need to go pick one up quick, because that's how I got this guy. I got him on sale. So, I guess we'll go ahead and go over the box real quick. Of course, you have the window to see the figure right here. You have Marvel Legends up here in gold. Looks great. You have the Black Panther logo right there. Black Panther right there again, in case you forgot. If you turn it around, you have all gold Marvel Legacy Collection. Black Panther logo right there. If you turn it, you get a nice picture of Black Panther right here. Looks great. On the back, you have another nice picture of Black Panther. Of course, I can never get the full box in the frame. I guess if I go back a little bit more, there you go. Then I can't really reach him. So, but you have a nice picture of Black Panther and a nice little synopsis of him and all the other languages you might possibly need. And that's pretty much it for the box. Very bare bones, just right onto it. You can see it's got some dust on there. It's probably been there for a little while. But I am excited to open this figure, so I guess I'll go ahead and transition. And this is pretty much all you get in the package. A little bare bones, but you get a lot of everything you need, I guess. So you get all the basics covered. I guess I'll start with the accessories, starting with the hands. You get two more claw-like hands. These are perfect for Black Panther. They have the claws on the ends of them, even painted silver, so... and they're extra sharp. Looks really, really cool. Both hands, of course, look the exact same. One's just left and one's just right. That's kind of how hands work, typically, hopefully. So you got two of those, perfect. And then you got the mask, the Black Panther mask. Looks incredible. I'd have to say, I think Black Panther is probably the best-looking Marvel character. Like, from the comics, he was adapted the best. I think he looks the best in all the movies. Just costume-wise, I think they really nailed his look. I really like the purple in the ears. I never noticed that in the movie. I'll have to rewatch it and see if I can notice it. This is, of course, I failed to mention, this is the vibranium powered suit. So this is like the final battle scene where things are a little bit more... chaotic, and the suit, of course, gets infused with extra vibranium, making him extra powerful. So that's where all the purple comes from. There is, of course, another version of this character that's just all black, but I didn't get that version, so this is the one we have to deal with. Not that that's a bad thing, to be clear. And then we get the figure, of course, starting with the head of Chadwick Boseman. It looks amazing. It's very nice to have nice head sculpt of Chadwick Boseman. Very unfortunate what happened to him, but yeah, I was very emotional, surprisingly. For a movie I didn't love as much as everyone else, I was very moved when I heard that he had passed away. I just thought, what an amazing achievement to pull off what he did while struggling so deeply and not telling anybody. It was just a very moving thing to have happened, and it sucks it had to go that way, but I think, you know, if you can leave an impact in the world, Chadwick Boseman's pretty much the blueprint on how to do that. So looks fantastic, looks great. so I'm super happy to have that on here. Then you move on down and you have the Black Panther necklace, the very powerful, very special necklace that looks incredible. I actually have one of these. I don't wear it often because it feels a little bit like it feels a little bit like cultural appropriation for me. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with them. Sometimes I hang them in my mirror in my car, but sometimes I just have them in my room. It was one of those purchases where I didn't really think about how this looks, so I'm not really sure what to do with them, but I do have a pair of those necklaces. Then you have the rest of the body. Of course, Black Panther is fairly basic when it comes to design, but the MCU version gets a little bit more complicated, tossing in like panther teeth right here, some nice silver bits right there. Can't quite call those panther teeth, but silver bits down here, nice claws. And they fill in what they need to make him really pop on screen, and it looks great in figure form as well. And then you have all the nice vibranium running through his body, the nice purple bits and colors. Looks pretty fantastic, so I guess we'll move on to articulation real quick. Starting with the head, it can go up to about there, go down to about there. Pretty good. Butterfly jointed arms. This is a little bit of the older version of butterfly joints where they didn't move quite as much, but, well, actually, that moves pretty decently, but as you can see, it looks a little bit off when it's all the way out, if the light will catch it. It works. It's like a flat surface, that's why it looks so off. But you can get him in some pretty deep poses. That's kind of like poking out the bits inside there, so you don't want to go too far. It just looks a little odd. Like I said, this is I think this is just the old mold re-released, so no improvements made, just the old figure, so those who missed it can get it again, which is a nice thing they did. I hope they can do it for more figures. You know, there's quite a few I missed out on not being a collector at that time. So I'd hope to see them continue doing legacy figures, of course, even if we don't get improvements like pinless or anything like that. Still, I'd like to have it. So yeah, like I said, this is a bit more of the older version of the butterfly joint, but it's still nice to have. So it can go back about that far, if you can kind of get a sense of how far back that's going, and then forward about that far. Will look really great doing poses and whatnot. I know now I can't think of his name. Killmonger that I have looks fantastic when I pose him around. It's not pinless like I mentioned, but it is double jointed, so you can go up to about a little more than 90. He has huge muscles, so he can't really go super far, and then of course these little claws right here kind of get in the way, but a little more than 90, that's fine. You know, I'm jumping ahead of myself, of course. He also can rotate all the way around like so. It looks a little bit odd right there, but I guess you wouldn't have it in that position unless he's like, I don't know, blasting backwards. I don't know. Then you have a swivel here at the upper bicep, spins all the way around. Looks fantastic. Moving on to the wrist, it can go in, then out, then all the way around, and my light just turned off. Of course it did. Then moving on down to the chest, of course, the ab crunch. Let's start by going back. Pretty great. Going forward, about as good as I expected. Pretty great. Then you add the legs onto it, and yeah, going a little bit more than 90. Well, the back is probably a little less than 90, but he bends a little bit more than 90, of course. That means legs coming up will go to about, I'd say that's a little bit more than 90. Yeah, I'd say. Swivel here at the upper thigh will go like so, all the way around. Double jointed knees, of course, not pinless, but I don't really care. They made the pins as small as they could, so like they did that much for us. No swivel down here at the bottom half of the leg. That's okay though. I'd hate for them to like ruin the way this looks, you know. So And then the feet will go down like so and up like so. And I think, yes, there is a little swivel so it can do all that and look good doing it. Alright, and that is it for the Black Panther, the Chadwick Boseman Black Panther, the movie version of Black Panther. Boy, these Black Panther figures are pretty much like the standard as far as figures go. They really break the mold. They're really fantastic figures, so I love having them. And I'm super happy to have Chadwick Boseman in my collection. So I have a foe for my Killmonger to fight. So this is very nice to have, very special. Any collector would want to have this in their collection. So if you missed out, now's your chance to go get another one, like I did. And that'll probably be it for me on this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you could leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, leave a... whatever the other YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well. And I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.